Hello students, my name is Manoj and welcome you all to my YouTube channel Physics Guruji. Today in this video I will discuss that one of the application of Gauss's law, that is electric field due to a point charge. Now you know that electric field due to a point charge is given by Coulomb's law as E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q by R square. That is, if this is a plus charge Q, then electric field at a distance R from it is given as this equation. Now this comes from Coulomb's law between two forces, and you know how to define electric field. Today in this video I will discuss that this law can be derived using Gauss's law. To derive this law from Gauss's law, we have to draw a Gaussian surface. Now please watch this video very carefully up to the end of the video. Then you will easily understand that how to apply Gauss's law to find electric field due to a point charge or a line charge or a planar charge. That is three types of charge distribution. For this I have to first draw a point charge. So let this is our point charge Q, due to which we have to find the electric field. Now let the electric field that has to be find out at a distance R from the charge. Now what you have to do, you have to draw a surface which is called Gaussian surface. The surface you have to taken in such a way that you can easily integrate it. Now let us draw the Gaussian surface first. The Gaussian surface in this case, due to point symmetry, will be a spherical surface. So this is our Gaussian surface here. Now you have to understand that why I have taken a spherical surface as the Gaussian surface here, because when you try to find the electric field due to a line charge distribution or a planar charge distribution, in those cases the Gaussian surface will not be a sphere. Now if you understand that why we have taken a sphere here, then you can easily calculate it or determine the Gaussian surface in those cases also. Here, as the charge is point charge, so its electric field will be away from it. That is, the electric field will be a spherical distribution or radially outward in all direction. So these are the electric field lines here. Now look at the figure, that our Gaussian surface is always perpendicular to the lines of force, because here you can draw a tangent here and it will give the electric field is perpendicular to the tangent. If you draw a tangent here, then you will get the electric field is perpendicular to the tangent and elsewhere. Another important thing here, that the value of electric field, that is magnitude of the electric field, will be same in all over the surface. Why? Because if this surface is at a distance R from the charge, then the every point on the surface are at a distance R from the charge. So what we get the advantage? The advantage you will get is in the application of Gauss's law. Now Gauss's law says that closed surface integration E dot ds is equal to total charge inside by epsilon 0. Now look at the two properties I shows here. One is electric field is always perpendicular to the surface. That is, if you take an elementary surface area here, that ds, then ds here will be given as this line. And you can also see that electric field is also in the same direction as ds in all over the surface. So we can remove this vector sign by vector dot product, and it will become E into ds into cos. Now the angle between ds and the electric field vector is 0 degree. So it is cos 0 degree equal to q by epsilon 0. Now as you know that cos 0 degree always equal to 1. So this becomes E into ds equal to q by epsilon naught. Now take the another advantage of the spherical Gaussian surface, that is the electric field all over the surface is constant. That is, electric field is independent of surface area here. So position of the surface whatever, we can say that E is constant term here. So in case of integration, we can taken out the integral part E from the integral part, and we get q by epsilon naught is equal to E into integration ds. Now it becomes very easier that electric field is outside the integral, and here you have ds is a small surface area. Now if you integrate this surface area all over the sphere, this gives the total surface area of the sphere. That is, for a sphere it becomes 4 into pi into r square. It is equal to q by epsilon naught. Now comes here, from their equation we can write E is equal to 1 by 4 pi r square into q by epsilon naught, or it can be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into q by r square. So using Gauss's law, now you can put the vector sign also, it is as this is. So using Gauss's law, here I came to the electric field equation due to a point charge from Gauss's law. This also called that derivations of Coulomb's law from Gauss's law, because it comes from the Coulomb's law. If you put another charge here, then you can write it as F and put the value of charge here, which gives the force between two charges. So this was the process of using Gauss's law to find the electric field due to a point charge. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please like and share the video with your friends, and if you want more video like this, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching the video.